Is Tron 3 finally happening? Gas up your light cycle and dust off your identity disk because a huge update about the future of Tron just went live and fans might be heading back to the grid for a third cinematic outing. Unless you've been locked out of your computer for the last few decades, you might remember how the world of Tron kicked off in the eponymous 1982 film, introducing us to Flynn's arcade, the digitized video game world of the grid, and the fight between programs and the system. While several video games dropped following the movie, its dedicated cult following failed to see a proper sequel for nearly 2 decades, until 2010's Tron Legacy deepened the lore and added a killer Daft Punk soundtrack. Now, despite its box office success, attempts to get the third installment off the ground stalled out. Luckily, fans were given some catharsis with the super excellent Disney XD animated series Tron Uprising with Elijah Wood. But if recent reports are to be believed, fans won't have to wait nearly 30 years for a sequel, just about 10 years this time. According to Disney fan news sites like the Diz Insider and Dr. Movie News or DR Movie News, a third film is reportedly in the works with 30 Seconds to Mars, Jared Leto in talks to star. Wait, why don't we call him Blade Runner 2049's Jared Leto, or Joker actor, or even Morbius's Jared Leto? Anyway. On the Light the Fuse podcast, Disney music and soundtrack exec Mitchell Lieb revealed that all of this came out of talks with the electronic music duo Daft Punk, who proved that wearing a mask is cool as hell, so you have no excuse not to. Lieb said, "We're looking at making a sequel to Tron now. We're looking at Tron 3. We've got a great script. I mean, a really phenomenal script that we're very excited about. Whereas the timing wasn't right to have done it years ago, I think we feel like the timing is right now." Now, of course, it goes without saying that if Daft Punk isn't involved, well, we're not sure this movie should get made at all. While initial rumors hinted that this film would be a reboot, the Diz Insider reports that the Tron project will be a true sequel to the first 2 movies. And if so, does that mean that Jeff Bridges' Kevin Flynn can make his return?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you, Flynn. Tron 3 could be a new concept, or more along the lines of the originally planned third Tron film, Tron Ascension, which would have seen the grid's digital denizens invading our flesh and blood world. Now, it's also worth noting that nothing has been confirmed by any of the parties involved in this. And while the idea of a Tron 3 is pretty tempting, are these reports reason enough to believe that the Tron train is traveling back to theaters one more time? You know, like that Daft Punk song that uses those words, one more time?
Yeah.
Well, not so fast. This could all be too good to be Tron. I mean, true. Because Tron 3 has been the highly sought after, ever elusive holy grail of film sequels over the past decade. IO9's Jermaine Lucier wrote a tremendous breakdown of all the times that Tron 3 nearly happened since Tron Legacy's 2010 release, and suffice it to say, it's been on the verge of happening without any payoff so many times before. 2011, 2013, 2015, even now. In fact, as recently as March 2020, Disney Plus scrapped their plans for a Tron series on that streaming service. Of course, anything can happen in the world of streaming and exclusives, but we still have some questions like, why Jared Leto instead of Tron Legacy's Cillian Murphy sporting his absolute handsomest look of all time? And will a new Tron film take the animated series continuity into account? All we know is, we're gonna take any chance we can get to return to Flynn's arcade.
Yeah.
In the meantime, tell me, what do you folks think? Could Tron 3 finally be happening? Who would you want to return to this movie? Let's discuss in the comments below, and for all the latest and greatest in the world of pop culture, make sure you head over to Nerdist.com. Bye-bye.